Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Fields. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. The Bears had 3 and 8 on the year, but they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One play action. Fields. He completes it to Olave. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Off play action, Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Draymond Jones able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this is off the left upright, and it caroms in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner. Except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Murray off play action. They'll roll him out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Murray. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing again, Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Murray now. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
It's a second down run with Sanders. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Fields. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Play action. It's Fields. Rolling to his right. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Snap comes to Murray at 1. Looking deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Mixon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Murray keeps it himself. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got a great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
Myers' kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Complete right side to Otten. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here we go on 4th down. Fields. Complete. Smith has it. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Bengals 17, Bears 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm, and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another run with Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Fields. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. A big pickup at 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Fields. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn a sack. They snap it to Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Murray. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And right side, Henry's got it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, and here's Murray. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Fields now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one complete to Smith. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They're going to go. It's Fields. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Fields. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Fields throwing again. Completes it to Samuel. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now an option play on second down. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Bengals grab it. He's at the 50. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Murray. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Touchdown, Chicago! Miles Sanders, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Fields trying to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Murray going to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. That 3rd down conversion, good for 23.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Again, it's Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense. Mixing up the middle.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll give it to Mixon. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Now that was a designed run. Now remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To throw is Murray. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Fields. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but a big gain, a gain that they needed. The only thing to keep in mind here is with him being tackled in bounds, that clock is moving. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.